What's up, guys? We're back. Time for Friday training. So what we've got to tackle today. First off, warm up. We're going to go with a 5-minute clock. You are going to balance for 15 seconds on each leg with your eyes closed. So you're just going to pick this leg up. You're going to close your eyes, and then you are going to balance in space with your eyes closed. It's a little bit harder than you might think. So it's really just designed to work on a little bit of a different skill, wake up the stabilizers in your ankles and your calves, and then also just kind of create some body awareness. So 15 seconds on each side, then you're gonna do 10 air squats. You can start nice and slow, just get that full range of motion, start to open up the hips, and then you got 5 half burpees. And again, half burpees just gonna be from chest to neck to my jump up position, and then back down into my next rep, here. And when you're done with your 5 reps, go back into another round, so for 5 minutes total. After that, you've got 24 hip thrusts, so you can feel free to break these up. You don't have to do them all in one set, but we're just gonna relax our upper back on an object. So again, couch would be perfectly fine. We're gonna come down to a 90-degree hip, squeeze the butt, get full extension, and then come back down, keeping that midline braced, keeping the belly pulled down the whole time for 24 reps, again, broken up as you see fit. And then after that, we've got 12 single leg deadlifts on each side. So I'm just going to, from here, other leg up, going back to our balance focus. I want you to try and do all 12 reps without putting the foot down. So I'm just gonna hinge over it till I feel a good stretch in the hamstring, stand up, and go through my next rep. And again, the goal is to do all 12 reps, nice and controlled, without losing your balance. So 12 on each side. Then, when we're done there, our strength work, you've got 3 sets. So you're gonna do 20-second front scale, followed by 10 seconds rest, and then you're gonna hit the other leg. Then you're gonna do a 20-second back scale, followed by 10 seconds rest, and then you're gonna hit the other leg. And you're gonna do that for 3 sets. So, for the front scale, my goal is to basically karate kick and hold it. So I'm gonna try and go here, whoop, leg straight up parallel to the ground without leaning back too much. And I'm gonna try and really focus on balancing, and it's really intense on the hip flexor and the core to kind of keep that leg up. A scaling option can be here, so you can just do a high knee, and you can start to pick that foot up out a little bit just to see how much heavier that leg starts to feel as you lengthen it out. But most important thing is that you're not losing your balance. So you're able to go for 20 seconds straight without holding on to anything or without bringing your foot down. You're gonna do that on both legs. So 20 seconds on the right leg, 10 seconds rest, 20 seconds on the left leg, 10 seconds rest. Then we're gonna do a 20-second back scale, which is the exact opposite. So I'm gonna come back here. I'm gonna try and keep my hands down by my side, create a nice straight line. And I'm just gonna hold for 20 seconds. This one, same thing, very balance intensive, but also super hamstring intensive. So you're really gonna feel that activation and that stretch in your hamstrings. And same thing, you're gonna go for 20 seconds on one leg, 10 seconds rest, 20 seconds on the other leg, 10 seconds rest, and you're doing that for 3 rounds. So it's basically 6 minutes straight through of various balancing work. Then, after that, we're gonna do 3 sets of 10 lateral box step ups per leg with a very slow descent. So the goal here, you don't even have to use weight. We wanna try and get you at a height that allows you to be fully below parallel. So for me, this is not really high enough. I will want a little bit higher box when I'm going to do this, but for demo purposes, I'm going to go ahead and just use this box. So I'm going to be lateral to my object, so right here, this heel stays down the whole time. On this foot, I'm going to pick that toe up so that only my heel is on the ground. I'm going to stand to full extension, and then I'm going to come down as slowly as I can muster, controlling all the way until my heel touches the ground again gently. So really, again, focusing on not using the straight leg at all and loading up the leg that is on the box as best as you can. This is a great accessory to a pistol. So it's a great accessory to a single leg squat. So just kind of keep that focus, keep that in mind. So it's 10 on one leg, 10 on the other leg, rest as needed in between, but again, the focus is on very slow negatives. After that, we have a workout called Marriage Equality that we made up. So what we're gonna do, it's a partner workout. So first off, it's a 20-minute clock total. The first 15 minutes So again, going back, or rewind real quick. This is going to be one-to-one rest if you don't have a partner. So if you want, Zoom a partner, FaceTime a partner, rope a family member in, something like that. Otherwise, you're going to go one-to-one rest on each station. So how it's going to work: 6 devil's press, person 1. When they're done, person 2 does 6 devil's press. Then person 1 will do their 26 plyo step ups. And then they will rest while person 2 does their 26 plyo step ups. And you're just going to keep running through that for 15 minutes. So for the devil's press, you can do this with a kettlebell or with a dumbbell, but most important thing is that the object is in my hand if it's a dumbbell, and my hand is on the floor if it's a kettlebell. So when I come down, I'm going to have a dumbbell in my hand. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have that dumbbell just off to the side here, other hand's on the ground. I'm going to jump back, touch my chest to the ground. From there, I'm going to jump up with relatively wide feet. And from there, I'm going to immediately swing that dumbbell between my legs all the way overhead in one smooth motion. Then come back down, switch sides, same thing. Up overhead in one smooth motion, back down. And again, I'm not locking out, as always, because of the ceiling. But a couple things to keep in mind. The second you jump from the burpee, you want to engage your midline and flatten your back. So basically, when I get to right here, I want to be in like a ready athletic stance, kind of ready to hike, so that I can pull that weight back and I'm immediately tensed and ready to grow to create violent extension out of my hip. So just keep that in mind. And again, if you're using a kettlebell, you can leave the object off to the side, and then after you jump, you can go ahead, grab onto it. So if this were a kettlebell, I would go down, up, grab, hike, overhead. And I would just leave it off to the side for the burpee piece of it. So person 1, 6 reps. Then person 2, 6 reps while person 1 is resting. Then person 1, 26 plyo step ups while person 2 is resting. So for the plyo step up, what I'm going to do is find a surface that puts me at about parallel, so right here. And then I'm going to try and explosively drive off the top of the box, chains legs in the air, and I'm just going to keep rebounding. So I'm going to keep cycling. So from here, and I'm going to, again, stay explosive and fully extend the hip. Keep your head up. Again, I'm ducking and hunching because I don't want to crush my skull. But the goal would be to fully extend the hip so that at the top of the box you look like that, where you're hitting extension while you switch your legs. Person 2 rests while person 1 goes, and then when person 1 finishes their 26 step-ups, they take a break while person 2 goes. So the devil's press are going to be a little bit longer station. The plyo step-ups, hopefully, are going to be relatively quick, unbroken, and smooth. So that's going to be a faster station, really, to jack your heart rate up. There was a bug over there. She saw it. She's not looking at the ghost. So now, at the 15-minute mark, there is no rest. You go right into a 5-minute AMRAP of synchro burpees with your partner. So if you're doing this with a friend, you guys will go side by side. You're going to touch your chest to the deck together, and then you're going to jump clap together, and you're going to move at the same speed the whole time. So again, you're going to meet at the bottom, and you're going to meet at the top. If you're doing this by yourself, just 5-minute AMRAP burpees. Have fun. After that, our core work for the day. So you got 4 sets. We're going to do 10 good mornings. Light, slow, perfect technique. So feet right under the hips. Shoulders are locked down, belly's pinned, and I'm just going to hinge until I feel a stretch right here, keeping the shins vertical with a little bend in the knee, and then squeezing my butt back up to extension. And again, slow, perfect range of motion. Focus on that hip hinge. Then I'm going to do 10 slow V-ups or 10 slow dead bugs. So again, if I'm going to do a dead bug, I'm going to come from a hollow position, slow, up to here, and then back down, slow and controlled. Slow up, slow down. Same thing if I'm going to do a V-up. My goal is not to go super fast. That's my hip if you can hear that. It's going to be real good for 20 years. So the goal there is just nice, slow, effective range of motion. So not doing those fast. Then all we have left is a 90-second figure 4 stretch and then a 2-minute forward fold. So for the figure 4 stretch, I'm gonna go ahead, tuck the bottom of my foot on the inner part of my thigh here, and then just lean down the side, get a nice hamstring stretch and a little bit of low back as well. Excuse me, then 90 seconds on the other side. Then when I'm done, I'm gonna go down the middle, just grab onto my shins, my toes, my feet, whatever I got, and I'm just gonna stretch out the hamstrings and the low back even more, because we have a lot of flexion extension today. So that's your training for Friday. Enjoy your final day of the work week for some of you. And next week will be our final mandatory at-home Friday home workout. So that's something to be excited about, because the following Monday, you guys will have access to the gym again, which is super exciting. So as always, tag us pals.fitness/Zeus. We'll see you guys back tomorrow.